If I were to review the Oscars, I think it would be probably one of the worst movies I've seen this year. Like, it was not a good...
But you watched it?
I watched it live on TV.
Okay. Yes. I did not, so I want to get that out of the way.
Okay.
But I did watch snippets.
Okay, like little highlights.
Like, I watched the highlight reel. I watched the ESPN top 10 playlist.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Late last night.
These were the top 10 plays.
Top 10 best, top 10 worst. Yeah. That's how I did it.
So, you know what happened.
I know what happened.
All right.
I know just from other people. And
so the Oscars themselves, weird. And you know what? We're in a pandemic. It's all weird, right? They had to do things that they don't usually have to do. They didn't have an orchestra. They had a DJ, which Questlove.
Cool.
Questlove is cool.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like...
There's no other DJ that could have done that.
Yeah. No. And I'm not even saying that like Questlove did a bad job. I'm just saying like all the pieces that somebody, which I think it was Steven Soderbergh, and who directed that? Anyway.
Yeah.
All the pieces that they got together and put into the Oscars and said, yep, that's a good idea. It's terrible.
Well, I think they did it Saturday night.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
I think they're like, oh, we got the thing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Call some people. Let's get it set up. Because that's how it felt to me. Like somebody did it Saturday night. It's like, hey, we got this thing in 24 hours. Everybody go.
It definitely felt last minute, which maybe it was. Maybe they were going back and forth on should we do Zoom, should we not, and they were kind of doing these parallel ideas, and then at the last minute they were like, nope, we're going live. Let's try to figure something out.
Yeah.
Again, we're in a pandemic. I'm not gonna say it was all terrible because I feel like given the circumstance, somebody tried to do something creative and it didn't work out. And I say kudos to you for trying something different given these difficult circumstances. Okay. All right. Oscars themselves, not good. Super boring. And just like messy. Like just not well put together. Just clunky.
I also felt like nobody really cared.
Yeah.
Like the presenters, like it's kind of like a fun and exciting thing, and I saw some of the people presenting, and they're just like, and they just and on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So that's the feeling I got. Is like they weren't really invested in it.
Yeah, I mean it
maybe because it wasn't a big event and the parties and the after parties and the.
It did feel like the joy was kind of sucked out of the room a little bit.
Mm.
But. So I just wanted to review the Oscars kind of as a whole.
Yeah.
Right. And
not
just say,
good.
okay, yeah, like how was my experience watching the Oscars? Not good. Yeah. Would I recommend the Oscars, I think 93rd Oscars to somebody? No.
Absolutely not.
Would not.
Because even the viewership, like last year it was 24 million. This year it was 9.
Yeah, less than.
So I don't know if you saw that.
10, yeah, less than 10 million.
So I know most people don't care about them. Yeah, it's dumb. But like people do watch them, whether you like them or don't.
I mean, 9 million people watched them live, which again, I understand most people are probably like, what? I mean, why? I'll just Google the winners.
The winners after.
Right. So there's a lot to it, and I understand because I too like Google things like who won such and such because I don't care enough to watch whatever it is that's going on. So I get it. I didn't watch like all the awards, right?
Is it still a 3-hour runtime thing? 2 hours?
Yeah, I think it was 3.
I
think it was.
That's what it normally is.
Yeah, or
3 or 4.
Yeah, it's usually I think 3. But like I don't watch all the award shows the entire award season, so I Google who won the Golden Globe for whatever. All right, but I want to talk about the winners, the losers, the snubs, because that's
we know who the biggest snub was.
We know who the biggest snub was.
But keep going.
You want to start small and get big?
Let's start small.
All right.
Let's start quiet and then turn up the volume.
All right. Well, the winners that I don't know what's small. It's like screenplay. I think adapted screenplay. Was Promising Young Woman.
Which I was.
It was either adaptive or which we never talked about. I never asked you if you liked the movie.
I did, which is why I was glad it won.
Yeah.
Which is also why I was upset Carey Mulligan didn't win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was in second place as far as things that made me very angry.
Yes.
That is probably in second place.
I agree because, again, I've said it before. I've told you. I've said it here. Like, Nomadland is my least favorite movie.
It's everybody's least favorite movie.
Like, and you go online and there are people that are like, this is the best movie I've ever seen. And I don't understand. I wish I could talk to that individual because I can't. It's just one of those situations where I'm like, I can't even kind of see.
Yeah.
What I understand that a movie can get somebody and make them feel a certain way. Yep.
Whoa.
Nice.
Drink.
I get it. But as a movie, I'm like, I want you to tell me, like, I want somebody to sit down and tell me, like, on a technical level.
Yeah.
Like, no, this is a good movie because you don't understand, like, Frances McDormand, like, what she's doing here is just, like, unheard of. Like, this is just great. What she's doing in this scene right here is better than anything that we have seen in any of the other performers this year. And I'm like, really? Can you tell me why?
Yeah.
I just want to know so that I'm educated. I want someone to teach me so that I'm educated on this situation because maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know what I'm looking at, and I want someone to tell me what I'm looking at. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Okay. And I haven't seen the movie.
Nomadland.
So I have not seen Nomadland. So I can't say because it's not right. It's not fair. But everybody said the same thing. They're like, "What?" And they're like, "I guess, sure." Like there were some people that were like, "All right, yeah, it won, cool," and there were other people like, "But did you see any of the other movies? It wasn't Nomadland and one other movie.
Right.
There were other movies." And they were just so much better, and I don't understand. So they kind of had the same feeling you did. They're like, I don't get it.
So here's my this is how disconnected I am from the Best Picture nominations. Is like I personally, when I saw Nomadland, I don't think it should have gotten nominated. Like I wouldn't have put that up for an Oscar nomination, right? But
in any category. Or Best Picture category.
I'm just talking Best Picture category. Yeah, I'm just talking Best Picture. But I understand that just again, kind of given the year, like there's not a lot out there, and Nomadland getting nominated doesn't surprise me. Okay, fine. So it gets a nomination. Fine. I in my head, I didn't even kind of see it close to winning. I was like, it should feel good that it was nominated for them. And that they were there.
Being nominated is
an honor to be there for Nomadland, and that is great. I didn't think Mank stood a chance either, and I was like, good job for those two movies for getting nominated to be there.
You got up on the pedestal.
Yeah, like fantastic, right? You're there, you did it. You don't stand a chance, but you're there.
Yeah.
And then it wins, and I'm like, I don't understand. I mean, We're talking of the movies that were nominated. I think I didn't see 3 of them. So I didn't see The Father.
3 of the 5.
No, I think there's like 7.
6? Oh,
yeah. But like I didn't see The Father. I didn't see Minari, and I didn't see Trial of the Chicago 7.
Yeah, and I meant to
watch that one too, 7. But I didn't think it was gonna win anything, and so I just kind of And again, not because I
heard was a really good movie.
Me too. And so I was like, I don't think it's gonna win, so I'll save it for afterward. If it does win, like I'll go back and watch it, and then it's something. Right, but no, like I was on board with Sound of Metal for sure. I thought that was great. Judas and the Black Messiah, I thought was a phenomenal movie.
That could have easily been.
Yeah, like I thought everybody had great performances. I thought it was a very well done movie. But again, I'm talking about movies that I'm like these. I'm not vouching for another movie to have won. I'm just saying these are better movies than Nomadland.
So then, here we are Monday night. I still haven't seen it. Should I watch it now that it's won Best Picture?
Nomadland?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So don't.
Well, you can go and study it, and you come back and tell me why you think it's a good movie. I would now that you know how much I don't like it and how much it angers me that it won. You can go and watch it.
I want to watch it and be like, hey, you guys, still sucks. Like,
right. But
I saw it with my own eyes. It sucks. It's not good.
But maybe go and say and try to like it. Watch it and try to like it so that you can come back and tell me, you know what? There's a lot of hidden gems in that movie.
That's so opposite because I want to watch it just so I can talk shit about it.
No, but do the opposite.
And it's going to be hard because I'm such a horrible person.
Because everybody is... It won, but I do think a lot of people thought it was boring and was kind of confused. And so I think you should go and have the opposite... what is it? The opposite expectation. Have
like going in like, yo, this is a Best Picture winner.
This is an Oscar. Yeah. Best Director, Best Actress, Best Picture.
Yeah.
Like you go in there and you're like, this movie has everything. I cannot wait to watch it. Sit down, watch it, and then you come and tell me why it was
gonna be hard, but
Best Picture winner.
I think I should.
Yeah, do it, and you let me know what I'm missing. Okay, so that's Best Picture nomination, and I'm fired up.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So it doesn't, I guess, because I didn't like the movie. Maybe it's we don't have to say that. I think Frances McDormand. Yeah. Should have won either. Maybe that's
for Best Actress.
Yeah, for Best Actress.
No,
I'm not a fan of the movie, so it's not like it's sort of trickles down, right? Yeah. Like if I didn't like the movie, then it's sort of hard for me to be like, well, else. But and the thing is, I like Chloe Zhao.
Mm-hmm.
I could almost see her like, yes, you should be nominated as Best Director for that film.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't necessarily. But to say that like Frances McDormand didn't deserve a Best Actress win, but Chloe Zhao does for Best Directing, it's sort of a contradictory statement, right?
But that's, I think people are like, well, now it all has to go together.
Right, yeah.
You won Best Picture, so now you have to win Best Actress or Best Actor or Best Director. Like, now you just have to.
And Best Directors,
typically win for the Best Picture.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to. Like, if there's a Best Director win, like, it doesn't have... That doesn't mean that picture is going to win.
Yeah.
The directors bring out the best in their actors, and so that's why I was saying, well, the actress win is sort of makes sense with the Best Director win, and usually it ties in with the picture win.
But I guess in this situation,
but again, I'm like,
it just doesn't because there was a better.
So I feel like I covered all three categories.
Yeah,
in one.
which is good. That's good.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. So we all kind of know how I feel on that. Though.
Yeah, all right.
And I know you can't speak to Nomadland.
I can't, but I can speak to Carey Mulligan's performance. She was the Best Actress of the actresses that were nominated.
Come on.
So that I do know.
What are we missing here, guys? Like, Promising Young Woman is...
the movie was wild.
But of the nominated...
Yeah.
I'm just like...
She was the best
of them. Yeah. Like, I don't know what I'm missing. Again, I want someone to sit me down and be like, I'm going to educate you.
Yeah. Like,
I'm going to tell you
and
why.
I want the same thing. And that's why I don't want to say... or be a part of the conversation because I can't.
Yeah.
I can speak to what I've seen, and that's what I know. What I do know.
But I will say this sort of kind of goes with everything that we're going to talk about today. I did watch Grace Randolph's kind of review of the Oscars, right? And
did you watch her live stream?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched it when it started.
And and she goes off and she has her opinion.
She had a big rant.
But she says something that's it was very, very well put. It was very well articulated, which was when you have a category where everybody is the same, right? Where you said the reason they're all nominated for an Oscar is because they're all good, right? at that point it becomes opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. And so the person that won is the person that was essentially popular.
Yeah.
Right. Like people wanted Nomadland to win, and therefore voted for it. So people wanted Frances McDormand to win and voted for her. And it wasn't, so it's hard for us to say, well, Carey Mulligan deserved that spot, right? Because in our opinion, she did a good job. But I do think it proves that Frances McDormand did not. We are not saying she did a better job than Carey Mulligan. I do not think anybody can say that.
Okay.
It was a popularity vote for Frances McDormand, and Carey Mulligan, in my opinion, should have taken that popular vote.
Yeah.
Maybe they ran a better ad campaign. I don't know. But I just thought Promising Young Woman, again, it's at the top of my list for this year.
Yeah, it was
the top of my list. It was
a great movie.
And Carey Mulligan is the reason.
Yeah.
She is the reason. Well,
she was that movie.
The story itself is fantastic. But you have to put someone who can carry that story.
Yeah.
And she absolutely does.
The entire
time.
Yeah.
So good.
And that's why hers is disappointing because again, I didn't see Nomadland, but she, like you said, she put that movie on her back.
Yeah.
And everything went with her.
It was all right, I'm going crazy over here.
But it is frustrating because it is. I think it is it's frustrating for a lot of reasons, and there's like, and kind of the thing that frustrates me is like it goes down in history, so to say. Like they'll always remember the winners of that year, and the things I was watching today, they looked back at stuff and like who was in that category. And one of the guys I was watching, he's like, it doesn't matter. We only care about the winner who won that year. So they went back to a 2008 thing for Best Actor because they were talking about Heath Ledger.
Oh,
and they're like, yeah, it didn't matter who he beat because he won.
He won.
So who cares? So in 10 years, they're gonna be like, she won. I forgot Carey Mulligan was even nominated that year.
They say nominations are an honor.
And you're like, what?
But we don't remember them.
So that's the frustrating part for me.
I understand what you're saying. It's like it's so official, right?
Like that's gonna go down as the best movie of that.
It's like if we made like a Mount Rushmore of Oscar winners every year. It's like we're only gonna remember the faces on the mountain. We're never gonna remember who almost got there
or who built it. Who got the faces there.
So we're just like, oh, those are the faces that we're gonna remember, and that's it. We don't know anything
and that's
else.
a bummer.
I get that.
But I feel like it's like that with anything.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of...
you look back at, who won the 2006 Super Bowl? Oh,
yeah.
They did. Who did they beat? I don't know.
Yeah, or or all the teams they beat to get there.
Yeah,
right?
Who cares? They're the losers.
Who did they beat all throughout the playoffs?
Yeah.
And you're like,
doesn't matter because they're
no
losers.
idea.
Yeah. So that's why it frustrates me. But it's like that with anything. It's like that with anything in life.
Yeah, I mean, to that point though, it's like a football team can make the playoffs 10 years in a row.
Yeah.
And though that's an excellent team, especially if they win the first round every year.
Yep.
You're like, man, that's a consistently good team. Nobody cares.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Nobody cares.
Because you didn't get what people care about.
Yeah.
And that's why.
And that's like all these near misses are a bummer. And hopefully Carey Mulligan just continues and gets her chance.
Yeah, maybe that's her motivation.
Yeah,
maybe that's her origin story.
Yeah, maybe this loss is sort of like because I think she won a couple of other award shows, and so it's not like what I'm saying is crazy. She is an award winner. Yeah, so it's not like me thinking she deserves an Oscar is crazy because she did win.
Yeah, she does deserve an Oscar.
So that one definitely got me. But all right. Should we talk Best Actor?
Yeah.
Well, so okay, real quick. So just to again start small. Best Supporting Actor.
Daniel
Coulier. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
I thought so.
I'm like, of good. All the things that happened last night, I'm like, yes, cool. That makes sense.
We got a winner.
I was, 100% on board. I'm like, he deserved it. He deserved it.
His acceptance speech was fun.
Yeah.
But he was the best actor in a supporting role in a movie.
Absolutely.
And he won. And
it
wasn't I felt like it was just him.
Yeah.
That's who deserved it, and he got it.
I agree.
You felt a sense of peace for a moment, and then all the other things happened.
I completely agree. I don't have anything to say about it.
And he's coming back. He's coming back.
Yeah. He's going to be around for a long time.
Yeah.
Best supporting actress. I didn't see Minari, so I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I hear that it was very good. I didn't know what. I can't say she didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Because I know that movie got a lot of.
And that's the tough thing about any of this is nobody saw all the movies. I mean, people have.
I mean, yeah.
But people like me and you haven't seen them all to be like, oh, this is there, this is there.
It's hard to see everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Soul, Best Animated.
Yeah, because we talk about Best Picture, right? But there's the things that are nominated all throughout, like Soul, like I can't see all the animated ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's tough, but love Soul.
Soul
deserved it. Yeah. I think.
They got Best Score too.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So they got a couple.
Yeah, Best Song went to Judas and the Black Messiah too. Yeah. But yeah, Best Score went to Soul, which again, I'm like the movie the soundtrack to Soul is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's not like the Soul winning Best Animated is not something I would argue either. I liked Onward quite a bit, but I don't think that it was necessarily a better movie than Soul either. So
Soul was the best.
Soul, yeah. I didn't see 2 of the 5, so I can't say the other ones didn't deserve it either because I only saw 3. I'm not like a Shaun the Sheep fan, so I don't like go out and watch those movies. And so I'm like, I don't. Anytime that movie comes out, I don't go and watch them. But they always, they get nominated. There's a lot of.
Yeah.
I'm not a claymation
Shaun
fan.
The Sheep, man, that's funny.
But Soul, awesome, definitely wins. Cinematography, Mank won.
Tenet took one too.
Tenet took one for best visual effects.
Yeah.
Yep.
Christopher Nolan, good. Like I'm glad you got
he's
something
cool.
out of your team, not you specifically, but your team.
Yeah, so cool. You go for it. Best sound went to I think best sound editing went to Sound of Metal.
Sound of Metal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which again I'm like yes.
Yeah.
I mean that movie was just awesome.
Something that deserved to win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean it's just a beautiful movie. I can't say enough good things about
Blu-ray
Sound
buy?
of Metal. What?
A Blu-ray buy? Is it a
Blu-ray
buy? Do you want to own it on a Blu-ray disc?
You know what? I don't know that I would watch it more than one time.
Yeah.
It's not because I didn't enjoy it, because I did. Obviously, I'm raving about it. But I would like to learn more about the story. It's not a
Friday night movie.
No. But like if it was like on a chart, like your top 100, like, and it was like, it's a movie I would always tell somebody to see.
You need
like
to see that
if
movie.
You want to appreciate acting and editing and sound editing, like this is a movie that you should see so that you can appreciate some of the technicalities of making a movie. It's just so well done. Riz Ahmed is awesome.
God, I want to see him in more stuff.
I was not a fan of his and his like beginning, but just because I didn't think he was like a refined actor, but man, he just does
that's why this
job.
Is cool because it's once you're nominated, you're on the map. And that's, again, what Grace Randolph said. Once you have that ticket on your resume,
right, then you can.
It's time to get going. It's time to get going.
So I really hope he pops up in more things like that.
He will.
And I know he was in a comic book movie, and that's kind of the path. He did like Star Wars, and then he did Venom, and then he did the Sound of Metal, and I'm like that.
So you can do other.
Yeah.
things.
So I'm like, that's where you need to be. Like follow that path.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for the guy. So I was happy that Sound of Metal won there.
This is the big one. Let's do the big one.
All
Let's
right.
just
and then we can. And then
we got other things.
Yeah, then we'll move on. Okay. You go.
Why though?
Say it. Say the words.
Why didn't Chadwick Boseman win Best Actor? And here you can't answer it because nobody knows the answer. From the research and everything that I've done today, nobody has an answer why. Nobody has an answer why.
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins didn't have an answer why.
Yeah.
If anybody should have had an answer, it should have been him. And he's like, what?
And what bugs me is that he didn't even seem happy.
He wasn't.
He was like,
he didn't know.
Oh, I won? Okay. It'll go on my shelf.
And I don't. And he's like, I wasn't expecting. He's like, what? He's like, I'm an 83-year-old man.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's like, I did that on a weekend.
Yeah.
Like,
what? They're like, because you can get there, you'll get the honorary Oscar next year. Freak that.
Yeah.
Who cares? Nobody cares.
You can't do that.
That's
Everybody will know.
It's so disrespectful.
Yes, I agree.
It is so disrespectful that they did that to him. It is one of the. There's
gives me chills.
A whole thing that you could argue about how awful Hollywood is.
Yeah.
There's a book, a 1,000,000-page book of all the awful things that they do. Mm-hmm. And this is one of the worst things that they have ever done. And I hope people remember it. I hope they talk about it every year at the Oscars. Just like, remember in 2021? So next year and the year after, and every year they bring it up. Every single year they bring it up. That's what I really hope that happens.
I think it's going to. It's gonna be a mark on the Oscars for sure.
Forever.
It's not gonna. Nobody's gonna let it down. It's gonna be a mark on them. But what I really want to drive home is that the reason it's so upsetting is because of exactly what I said before, right? Like are we saying Anthony Hopkins is not a good actor? No.
Oh my God, the guy's
right.
Guy's on another planet.
When there are a bunch of nominations, it is a popular vote. Mm-hmm. When there's a bunch of good actors, in the nominations, it's a popular vote. People that voted for Anthony Hopkins are saying they liked Anthony Hopkins more than they liked Chadwick Boseman, which. Again, I'm like, I didn't see The Father. I did not see The Father. I did see Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Chadwick Boseman's performance in that movie is phenomenal.
Trumpeter, correct? Right?
Yeah. But it is a movie about getting a man, a person, to their breaking point. Mm-hmm. How you go from something so small to that person doing something so tragic. Yeah. And when the tragedy hits, you're going, it was for that? From an outsider's perspective, you're going, it was for that?
Yeah.
That little thing?
That's it?
But you tell the story of how you break a person. Mm-hmm. And that's what Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is about. Mm-hmm. And Chadwick Boseman makes that believable.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe that even if somebody was saying, man, I feel like Oscar winner Anthony Hopkins did a little bit better than Chadwick Boseman here, that they didn't just check Chadwick Boseman's name.
Yeah.
And I don't care what anybody says.
All you have
I don't care if anyone's like, no, the best actor should have won. No, they're all they're all elite.
Great.
They are all great.
Best
this is somebody just saying, feeling that Anthony Hopkins was better than Chadwick Boseman. That does not make it the truth.
Nope.
It does not make it a reality because they are all great.
Yeah.
So they should have done the decent thing in this man's last chance to win anything
ever
and just check the box with his name on it. I am so furious.
And that's the thing. He doesn't get another chance. He's not with us anymore. And they didn't give him the opportunity. And that's why it's disrespectful, I think.
And I mean, again, we have
God, I'm trying to think of the way, but they disrespect a deceased man. That's what they did.
But we have to put in perspective that it's a large group of people that are voting, right? Mm-hmm. It's not like 5 people that sit in a room and make these decisions.
Sometimes that's even worse.
I know.
100 people couldn't figure it out.
I know. That's the thing.
That's the 100 people. How many it is?
What I wish would have happened when that occurred is, I wish somebody, when they got the results and they saw, ooh man,
which was Joaquin Phoenix, right?
No. Like when the company, when the company that takes the votes.
Yeah. When they were doing.
When they pulled the results for the votes, and they saw that Anthony Hopkins won, I think they should have sent it back out.
Yeah. And they're like, no, he didn't.
I think, I think they would have gotten it and gone, ooh, I don't, like something like, let's just check. The worst thing that'll happen is Anthony Hopkins wins again.
Yeah.
And then they would be able to say, hey, look, we covered our ass. We sent it back out to double check and make sure everybody checked the right box. And you don't have to just send out, hey, are you guys sure Best Actor? You send out the top 5.
Yeah.
And then you say, hey, can you just do these again? And just make sure that this is right. And then it comes back, and you know what? It's the same.
All right.
Like, I don't know. Like, so then as the company that takes the votes, you're going, okay, we didn't mess up. These 1,500 people, however many it is, they did collectively vote for Anthony Hopkins. Yeah. And there's nothing that we can do about it.
It's wrong.
It's 100% wrong.
It's just wrong. They got it wrong.
Even if I was Joaquin Phoenix, I would have still read Chadwick Boseman's name. Like, you guys figure it out.
You could have been like,
you figure it
out with that. Like and that's what they were comparing it to, was like, the Moonlight La La Land situation.
Oh yeah,
that's what they were comparing it. Like, again, very very different situations.
Right.
People, that's funny. That's because people are like, I would have just done it anyways.
Yep.
So
Chadwick Boseman.
And there's like, yeah.
And then walked away and been like, sorry, you guys, you figure out how to deal with this
through
now.
that.
Yeah.
But what I read too is, I guess they were supposed to do like a tribute thing to him. That's why all the awards in the order they were presented was flipped. Well, I don't know if that's true or not. If it was something else,
I don't know if
it was last night. I did it for a couple hours today. I'm sure more stuff will come out.
I don't know.
But that was the whole deal with the abrupt ending, because there was supposed to be something else after he won to honor him, and he didn't win, and everyone's like, oh, well, we had a whole thing for him.
Right.
Good night. And it ended.
Well, and again,
so I don't know how true any of that is.
Because I think a misconception is the people that are putting the Oscars on know the results. Yeah. Right. Which they don't. Mm-hmm. Right. So what they did was they thought it would have been nice to end with Chadwick Boseman winning.
Of course it was.
Because he was a shoo-in. Right.
1,000%.
He was like guaranteed he's gonna win. So we're gonna move Best Picture up.
Because nobody cared about that winner.
Yeah. We're going to move Best Picture up, and then we're going to put Best Actor last, because it'll be a nice send-off for everybody for this program. And they blew it, right? But because they didn't know. Now, you could say capitalizing on Chadwick Boseman's death, so even doing that in the first place, right? Because you should have just kept it the same and ended on Best Picture. Yeah. But so capitalizing on somebody's death is messed up in itself. Yeah. Right. So you could say,
100%.
An argument could be made that they were kind of hoping to also do him right. Yeah. And say, no, we wanted to end on this high note for him. And the last thing you're going to remember of this Oscar season is Chadwick Boseman's name. Yeah. I could see somebody making that argument and saying, I want the last thing you hear is Chadwick Boseman, you remember. Best Actor. Yeah. Good night, everybody.
That's what you remember from that year.
And then you're just like, you're taken over with this happiness, and then you go on with your day. Yeah. And that's what I believe they were hoping for. Because I believe people are good. I don't think people are trying to do terrible things.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But I also understand it's business and they could have been capitalizing on it.
Damn.
And then I mean, in either scenario, they got screwed because, of course, Anthony Hopkins takes it.
I didn't believe it. I didn't know, like...
I almost turned to... I mean, I was just sitting there on the couch, like, I don't even know why I'm watching this. Like, I already know... Yeah. I already know the winner of this. And then Anthony Hopkins wins, and I'm like, well, maybe I don't. Okay. So I thought I was weird. I was like, well, I didn't see The Father. Maybe his performance was like
just beyond anything we've ever known.
All you have to do is Google. Just get on like Google News.
Yeah.
And you'll see that. No, I was right. Chadwick Boseman should have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I saw it this morning, I was like, ha ha ha. I turned everything on. I was like, oh, okay. This is really funny. Where's the thing? And I was like, okay, it really is that way. All right. Okay.
Yeah, like what happened here?
Oh, no, man. I was like, none of this is a joke.
Yeah.
This all really happened last night. And I had to wake up Monday morning disappointed. It's awful.
It was frustrating.
But like I said, if they can just remember it for every year for the rest of forever,
they will.
And that's gonna be all. That's all I want.
Yeah,
that's all I want.
Which is a bummer, but I mean,
because in the world that we live in, getting an Oscar is a big deal. I know people don't like it, and they're like, "Oh, it's like whatever." If you don't like it, that's fine. But to people that work in the film industry,
that's everything.
That is what, maybe not your goal, but that is something so big, and it is a huge deal.
Yeah.
For an actor or a film editor, whoever you are in the film,
everything.
That is your Super Bowl trophy. It's your Wimbledon. It's whatever your highest that you can possibly get to. That is what an Oscar is.
You know that the cinematographer that won, for Mank, he was a gaffer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so and then he did some cinematography for a show, for David Fincher's show, and then then David Fincher liked him, put him on Mank, and then he wins.
Talk about the come up.
That's what I'm saying, and but you're right. It's because that's what they're striving for. It's the ultimate recognition for your craft.
Yeah,
and that's what this means, and that's why. These snubs are a slap in the face.
Yeah, and that's why it is a big deal for some people.
Yeah,
and that's why we watch it, because we do like movies, and it's not the end of the movie season, but
I mean, again, you're trying to see if the team that you're rooting for wins, right? You're trying to see if your team wins, and sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't, and sometimes your team's not even in the playoffs, and you have to pick a side.
So, real quick, is there a movie that should have been nominated for something? Like, just any like not Best Picture. Is there something you saw? It's like, well, it could have won something. I don't know.
That wasn't there at all?
Yeah, just like something that was really, really good. That again, it's a weird year.
Not a lot happened last year, so I'm gonna say no. I think everything was fine. I don't think that I can't think of anything. I'm sure I'll think of something later that should have at least been nominated.
Yeah.
But I can't think of anything right now.
Well, this one's forgettable.
Yeah.
Sadly, it should have been memorable, but it turned out to be forgettable.
We'll see what happens.